good. So that's the first thing. Make sure that the object is aligned with the zero. Remember that another very important rule was to avoid parallax errors, and I noticed that both groups were down to the level of the ruler, and we were trying to see exactly where the length began and where it ended. So that was one very, very important rule that each of you followed. So yes, align with the zero mark and make sure that you avoid parallax errors. Alright? Good. So what we'll be looking at today is we're specifically going to be looking at volume. Okay? So volume, as you guys may know, is basically the amount of space that an object occupies. We are all matter, right? Shifting, you will cover matter when you reach into second form, but matter means that it's anything that has mass and anything that has volume. Now the chair that is at the front of this class has volume. It is occupying a specific amount of space in the classroom, right? Can we say that? Can we say that each of us take up space in this class? Alright, so I want you to remember that as we cover today's lesson. We'll be looking at a very special tool, and that tool is what most scientists use in the laboratory. And this tool is, does anybody know what this tool is called? Explosions?
Like when you do
Okay. Experiments, good. No? No idea? Well, it's a topic that we will cover soon through our scientists, but it's noteworthy to bring up as we're covering measurement. This right here is what we call a measuring cylinder. Let me hear you repeat that. Measuring cylinder. Alright, what is it made up of? Glass. So that means if we drop it, it's going to break. And this means that as we're exploring with these measuring cylinders today, we need to be careful, right? Because one parent will have to buy back a measuring cylinder per hand. So we'll be learning how to use the measuring cylinder today to take down volume. Alright? What do you think is measured in this?
liquid.
Very good. Liquid. So liquid is indeed what is the substance that we're going to be taking the volume for today. Excellent, Harrison. Alright? So I will be showing you how to go about using this measuring cylinder and the different steps that you need to take to make sure, Shania, that we have accurate measurements, right? So, since you're close to each other, I'll give each of you one and you need to be very careful with it and just follow along as I'm explaining, right? If you notice on the measuring cylinder, there are different lines, just like when we did our ruler, right? So our ruler, does anybody remember what we call the lines in this ruler? It begins with an H. Yes. Nobody remembers? The hash marks. Oh yes. So yes, the hash marks were here. So all of these rulers, they have hash marks, and likewise, the measuring cylinder also has what we call hash marks. Alright? These little lines that goes from the bottom to the top of the measuring cylinder. Can you see them? Alright? Okay. So yes it is. Each measuring cylinder, you will see, aside from the hash mark, what is your maximum number on that measuring cylinder? What is the maximum number? 50 ml. Good. Do you have any idea what that ml means? Milliliters, and that is the unit that volume is measured in. Good. What? One has 50, one has what? 50, and this one has 25. My one, since it's so large, has 250 ml. What this means is that this number at the top represents the maximum amount of volume that this container can hold. We call it the capacity of this container, right? What's the word again? Capacity of that container. So mine is 250, we have 25, and then we have 50 ml. Each of these, to read them, there's a specific skill that you need to follow, and we'll practice that shortly. If you notice the proper steps to read a measuring cylinder, what's the first statement there?
Yes. On a flat surface, set the measuring cylinder on the scalable flat surface to ensure
Accurate reading. Very good. So it needs to be placed on a flat surface. Would we call this a flat surface? Is your desk a flat surface? Your desk isn't flat, Cyril? Okay, so that means you cannot do readings here. I know it's shaky, so that means you'll have to find a location, another desk to do the readings. So it needs to be placed on a flat surface. Alright? What's the other point?
pour the liquid carefully, pour the liquid into the measuring cylinder.
How do I work? Very good. I'm sorry. Is it done? How do I pour the liquid?
Carefully.
Carefully. So you try pouring the liquid carefully, and it goes in my measuring cylinder. Good, nice. This is water. They're excited to do experiments. You can't do them here. What's our next step? What's our third step?
Then go apply the
We have a new word here. What is it? Meniscus. Read it again. Meniscus.
Then go apply the meniscus.
Continue.
The curved surface of the liquid and read the measurement at the bottom.
Alright. At the bottom of the meniscus. So I have some fluid in here, and I have my measuring cylinder on a flat surface. Okay? And what I'm going to do as my third point says is that I need to get in level with the measuring cylinder. So I will need to look at what it says is the meniscus. And what is the meniscus again? The curved surface of the liquid. Alright, so it's flat on my desk. I will need to look, and I will take my measurement at the bottom of the meniscus. This is what my meniscus is on my chart. You will see it here. The curved surface of the liquid. Liquid tends to curve up when it's placed in a cylinder like this. Alright? We'll learn about the properties of water in third form. So it would curve up. It's attracted to the glass, and this right here is the meniscus. We take the reading, listen, at the top or bottom of the meniscus. The top or bottom? The bottom. See? My eye is in level with the meniscus bottom, and that is where I'm going to take my measurement. Alright? So that's what I will do now. I will go down, I'll go in line, and I will see what number it falls on. Okay? So in this case, it is at 36. But you guys will get to figure out what your skills are when you do the little activity number. The next one, record the volume. Note the volume indicated on the scale of the measuring cylinder. And as I just said, we're going to practice with the scale in a moment. Do you have any questions before we get into that activity? Okay. You ready? Alright, so we're going to get now into